Um, like I was saying, I wonder where that song came from. But I was thinking today, I hadn't thought about that song and I don't know when, but I was thinking today, a little while ago, that maybe that part about shattered dreams, wounded hearts, and maybe the part about broken toys did mean broken toys, combined with shattered dreams and wounded hearts, because I remembered reading a book several years ago where this lady said she didn't have a lot. She was raised in a poor home. Her parents didn't have a lot, and she might have even had abusive parents. I'm not sure, but I think if they weren't abusive, they didn't have very much. And one day, she got this wax doll for Christmas or birthday or something. Somebody just gave it to her, and I think the way she talked, it was the only thing or one of the very few things she had in life. And she hugged that doll. She was so glad to have that doll, and she hugged it so close to her that it messed up that wax face. And later on, after she grew up, she got to thinking about that, and she lived a rough life growing up for whatever reasons, and she thought about her life was like that doll. Her life was all messed up just like that doll's face was. So maybe that's what the author had in mind. Maybe the author's life had been like that. Maybe the author had been raised in a terrible home life, and maybe if they got any toys, if anybody broke them, that their toys was their only thing that they need to go to. The author of the song at the time. And so maybe if somebody, another child, whether it was inside or outside the family, broke that toy, especially if that dad or mom broke that toy, maybe they had a drunk dad or a drunk mom or both, and they broke their toys that somebody else gave them. Maybe the toys was the only thing the child could confide in, and get his or her mind out of reality and play with those toys to try to cover up the pain and ignore the pain that was going on in their home. And so when that child had their toys broken, that makes a lot more sense. I was raised in a good Christian home, so I can't really identify with that, but that makes sense as I'm sitting here thinking about that. Maybe it talks about pain, the very thing that once brought pain. So maybe the author of that song was raised in a horrible home life, and maybe his or her parents didn't give him any toys and didn't show him or her any love, and maybe when somebody would show them love and give them the author of that song toys, they would feel like they were really special, and maybe their parents would break those toys just out of meanness, and that child would have nothing to, you know, that would ruin the child's enjoyment, but the Lord helped them to, maybe they heard the gospel later and they came to the Lord and the Lord helped them with all that. That must be where that part of that song came from.